How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the BSC News GameFi Summit. For those of you who aren't aware, this event is going to have a heavyweight lineup with DarkFrontiers, Project Seed, Demol, Mobox, and Fairland. Each speaker is going to touch on multiple things, but specifically how they plan to grow beyond their current state, their current outlook on GameFi and play-to-earn ecosystems, especially with everything going on with the metaverse. We have big companies like Facebook and Adidas stepping into the space. So there's definitely tons of demand and it only looks to grow. Another key discussion today will be how to bring mass adoptions to their games through utility, branding, and of course, most importantly, gameplay. We know that play to earn is in the very early stages. So I'm curious to see how a lot of these projects are looking to up their game and attract the mainstream users and specifically gamers. So again, for those of you who've never tuned into a summit, these are great events that look to educate all users, whether you're a beginner DeFi user, an expert DeFi user, or someone who's just kind of getting into the GameFi and metaverse space. We are looking to educate all of you guys. So without further ado, our first guest is incubated by none other than Gamestarter, an NFT-based launchpad. This project is Dark Frontier, and they aim to offer an innovative play-to-earn metaverse utilizing DeFi and NFTs. Today, I'm lucky enough to have Joseph Strada on with me, who handles the communications over at Gamestarter. How's it going, Joseph?
Hey, I'm doing all right. How are you?
Doing great. Glad to have you here with us.
Yeah,
Are you
thank
going
you.
to be able to share your presentation, or did you want me to pop that on for you?
Honestly, if you could do that, that would be great.
Yep.
My a little mobile right now. We had
Yeah.
last minute adjustments had going on. So
No worries. Let me go ahead and pop this open for you. So you guys should be able to see it here. I won't be able to present this full thing, but this should be good enough. So I'll just kind of go along here with you and be able to change the slides as you speak. So you can kick it off here, and then we'll get
absolutely.
into some discussion after.
So yeah, Dark Frontiers is definitely one of our I would say one of these blue chip projects that we're super excited about. I know it's got kind of gone around the social media, the interface. I remember seeing it before I was kind of with helping out with Gamestarter and seeing all the hype building around it, which is kind of one of those main games that really attracted me to trying to get in with Gamestarter to help them out and really get to. I love what the mission, what they were doing, and this game seemed really exciting and kind of one of those games I was like, all right, this has the hype, has the excitement, and I think is really going to be able to deliver on delivering a solid game and play to earn game with blockchain, because I think so far everyone's still waiting for those kind of blue chip games to really come on the scene. So I think this is really going to be one of them. But yeah, so like you said, Dark Frontiers, it's going to be kind of touching on that virtual metaverse, so to speak. We're going to implementing virtual reality into it as well. But yeah, main mission is to bring quality blockchain gaming to mass adoption, introducing NFTs, play to earn, and kind of unique aspects to those in the space. So we're pretty excited about that. There's going to be multiple ways to play the game, which I think is going to be really cool. So basically, if you're kind of just want to focus on that play to earn mentality and more of like a passive income kind of stream, which is so desired right now. Everyone wants to make that sweet passive income. It's going to be options for you. So there's kind of what we're calling the strategy portion of things on the gameplay. So if you want to focus on the economy side of things, so mining, farming, just kind of claiming land, trading, all this kind of stuff, there's going to be a lot of really cool integrated aspects of the game where you're going to be able to kind of get into that. So as far as like the economic side of things, if that's your style, or we're going to have this more first-person shooter style game, RPG, where you're actually going to be able to fight. You're going to be able to, run around. We're going to have aliens. We're also going to have kind of combating other explorers in the area as well. So that's going to be a really cool side of things, I think. As it says up here, fighting, discovering, searching ancient relics, investing, trading. So this is going to be more the PC and VR based. So this is where you're going to get that full kind of immersion experience versus maybe the more passive, like I said, the browser based strategy side of things. So pretty excited for like the different types of gameplay.
Awesome. It sounds like you guys are definitely trying to get a nice intersection there, make sure it's usable by all sorts of players, not just one specific type of person.
Absolutely. I think that's one thing that's going to really allow it to be successful is kind of getting the hype. And I'm sure a lot of people that are just going to be drawn initially into that like economy side of things, but then maybe that touches on their, Call of Duty or Halo or backgrounds or whatever, and all of a sudden they get hooked and like, wait, what's this? They got the PC version of it. They got the VR version. I want to check that out. So I think it's really going to be able to pull from both directions. And then people who might just go for it for that kind of first person or I guess it's technically third person feel, and then want to get, I can actually, start doing like economy side of things and start earning more, more dark token, which is, the native token of the game. And so I think it's going to be cool to be pulling from both sides there for sure.
Awesome.
So dark token is going to be the main source here of doing mostly anything in the game. So it's going to allow us to travel, to mine, to merge your NFTs, all that kind of stuff. That we've seen dark token do tremendous things actually over the past few months. Even today, market had that nice dip, Black Friday sale, but dark token was up over $1 today. So we had like a nice, I think 20 or 30% jump in the dark token valuation, which is cool. And I know people are saying, I think, with potential concerns more about COVID and everything coming, that gaming is going to be kind of an interesting, almost, hedge basically with crypto in general, because if people are forced to stay home more, this metaverse and all that kind of stuff is going to be more exciting right now. So I see an argument that gaming could be a really good, of course nothing's safe, but potentially safe investment as far as that goes going into the future. So NFTs, obviously, like all our games, are going to be highly integrated with all of this. The two main, obviously, it says right here, spaceships. Spaceships are going to be a great form of NFT. Obviously, with the more rare, the more valuable ones, being able to have more, power, more abilities, get you somewhere faster, etc. Another one that's going to be integrated, and that's actually going to be coming up for sales pretty soon, are the spacesuits, actually. And spacesuits really allow you to do also basically anything you need to do in the game. You're going to have a spacesuit, and again, more quality, or more, spacesuits that allow you to have more abilities and more qualities are going to be a little more expensive, a little more rare, but they're going to also, theoretically, it's like an investment, because you're investing in something that's going to allow you to generate potentially more income, mine faster, explore faster. If you're getting around the universe in a faster manner, claiming more land, you could be making more money or making more gains in this game. So that's a cool aspect of it as well. So NFTs, not only these unique digital assets, but also almost like a really direct form of investment, where they have this really strong utility behind them. So I think it's really cool. So like I said, they're going to have the exclusive NFT sale coming up on the Binance NFT marketplace. Let's see what we got here. So talking about, there's going to, with the NFTs, having that customization is going to be really cool. To being able to merge the spaceships, and then just kind of having unique experiences with all your assets. So overall, the roadmap looks pretty exciting as well. We're definitely excited for it. I know the NFT presale is getting ready. The exclusive NFT drop is getting ready to launch here soon on the market. And then I think later in this year we should be the dark token already launched, so that was exciting, and it's available on Gate.io, PancakeSwap, and it launched on those 4 different platforms. So next year, obviously, is when things start really heating up. So getting the NFT marketplace, getting the pre-alpha, the actual RPG based gameplay, kind of getting that multiplayer experience, the yield generating, land ownership, that kind of stuff is going to be coming in Q1, as long as everything stays on track. Q2 and Q3 also look really exciting as far as the RPG gameplay coming out, the planets, the environments, etc. And then that full gameplay experience on PC and Mac, which is exciting. You get that cross-platform action, and later in Q3, Q4, and really by the end of the year should be fully up and running and fully launched. So that's exciting.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much, Joseph. And I just want to jump in here and ask you a few questions. I know you're over at Gamestarter, so I guess a great place to start is sort of, what is Gamestarter's role in incubating projects such as Dark Frontier? Does Dark Frontier have its own team, or is this something kind of like a Gamestarter brainchild?
Yeah. So yeah, so Gamestarter takes both kind of in-house Gamestarter originals, and then also it takes independent and helps independent teams kind of grow funds. So it's a this one's uh, it has its own team. Dark Frontiers has its own team, but a lot of Gamestarter is working directly with them as well. So it's kind of this a little bit of both. It's some projects were more removed from, some are a little more integrated directly. Like I am more was working with Gamestarter in general, but they have me directly making content and helping with communications directly on Dark Frontiers. So it's been kind of this little bit of a hybrid where obviously the developers and everything, Dark Frontiers itself is an entity, but working very closely with Gamestarter. So I know Gamestarter is looking to really start boosting, again, helping those independent teams come on board and raise funds and really get going wherever they need help. But also I know it is in Gamestarter's pipeline to really start growing kind of organic games as well, and kind of having that nice mix of both.
Awesome. Yeah. And just another one here. What is sort of Gamestarter's main role here? You say you help out with content. So maybe you answered that question. And then a little bit more on top of that, how do you guys go about this bridge to traditional gaming, and bridging it over to this play to earn and blockchain gaming? Sort of what's your guys' oversight on that? How are you trying to get all of these new users into play to earn metaverse crypto gaming?
Sure. So I think it's kind of like we were talking about earlier, a little bit of how we have this multiple ways to interact with the game, and then kind of making sure, obviously, it comes down to marketing, comes down to those communications, and actually just like brand awareness and what's actually going on and making people aware of what's going on. So again, having these multiple ways to interact with the game, whether you want to be, again, more passive, focused on economics and kind of the strategy aspect of things, or having this more I was watching the gameplay, watching the trailers and stuff like that. You see, this just looks like another video game, like, which is awesome, which is kind of what I think needs to happen in so to speak, because right now I think this divide between traditional gaming and maybe a blockchain gaming is, you can see a blockchain game that usually bad quality graphics, kind of awkward gameplay. You can just tell like something's not quite right with this, versus you look at looking at these trailers, looking at this gameplay footage, you're like, this is just a normal video game that I want to participate in. And it's also a blockchain game, which is I think that in itself kind of starts to help onboard kind of the masses and actual traditional gamers. And then I think once people kind of get more hip to the idea of what the power of, oops, sorry about that, the power of NFTs, and I actually own these in-game digital assets, and I can actually it'll be cool to see what happens when we start integrating with more metaverse projects and that kind of thing. But as far as like owning your in-game digital assets, being able to earn, play to earn game styles or whatever, so all of a sudden you start onboarding traditional gamers and then kind of showing them the power of crypto gaming and NFTs, and then in this high quality environment. I think that's going to do a lot to kind of help bring gaming to traditional markets.
I think I 100% agree with that. Your points there on like fragmented games where you do get these things where if you got someone who plays games every day, they'd be like, what is going on here? So I like the idea that one, Dark Frontier is aiming to kind of build something for gamers specific, but then also have sort of these back end elements to play to earn. And then further, just on Gamestarter, it's nice to know that you guys have this posture of looking for people who are actually building real games, things that'll actually catch traction, and then helping out on maybe some of the other ends that they don't have the most support on, things like content marketing, helping them raise funds. So I definitely think that's a good outlook there. And I'm excited to see what is to come out of Dark Frontier, but also what is to come out of Gamestarter. I know you guys have a lot going on over there incubating things. So super
Absolutely.
excited for that. Thank you so much for joining today, Joseph. I don't want to hold you too long because I know you have another event going on. I'm not sure if there's anything else you want to wrap up there, but that is all I have on my end. I really enjoyed your presentation, and what you had to say about Gamestarter and Dark Frontier.
Awesome. Yeah, I know. I appreciate the conversation. Happy to expound anytime. And yeah, like I said, keep an eye on Gamestarter. Got a lot of really cool projects coming down the pipeline. I think we're going to see a lot of really cool things in the future.
Definitely. And we'll be keeping an eye out. I'm sure we'll have maybe even you back on, or at least someone else from Gamestarter sometime in the near future. So
Absolutely.
thanks for joining in, Joseph.
Thank you. Take care.